all in my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you Nino. Plenty pitching, whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it 100 like a C-note. Switch and keep it pimping every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back. So this foul Waffle House inspired patty melt, which is gonna be very delicious. So the first step you want to do is cut your onions up. You see me cut these onions into julienne slices. After you get them cut up to julienne slices, we're gonna go ahead and get them sauteed. Now we caramelizing these onions. So the rule with caramelization is low and slow, low and slow. So what we're gonna do is put them in a pot. We're gonna get a little salt on here just to draw some of the moisture, and we're gonna go low and slow. So remember, low and slow. You don't want to burn these onions. What you want to do is develop flavor and color, the natural sweetness in these onions. And if you got too much of a high heat, then you're gonna burn them, and that's something you don't want to do. So we're gonna go low and slow, and we're gonna try to cut out on the oil we're using. So as you see them dry out a little bit, instead of putting more oil into it, just add a little water. And I got that tip from my vegetarian and vegan friends, my oil-free friends. So we get to that point where they're looking nice and translucent. We're gonna add in a little sugar to raw, and that's gonna enhance the sweetness, but it's gonna also kind of speed up the process and whipping these up and to get them nice and caramelized. So that's a little trick, but if you don't want to add any sugar to it, you don't have to, because the onions is going to be naturally sweet, but that's just something to speed up the process. So once you get the onions looking very good and sweet and syrupy looking, what you're going to do is right there, you see that? That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. So when you get to this point here, you're done. You don't want to take it any further, and they're going to continue to cook because they're hot. So we're going to put them in a vessel and just set them aside. So those onions are done. You can go a little longer, but I don't advise you to go any longer than that because they're already perfect. All right, so the starter dish is going to be ground beef. We got some good quality ground beef here. This ground beef is 85-15, so that's 15% fat, 85% lean meat. So usually I like an 80-20, but for this quality meat here, it's good. And we want to make kind of like a smash burger, but we're not going to smash it in the cast iron. We're going to smash it by hand and then place it into the cast iron. But if you want to smash it inside the cast iron, you can do that as well, but I just want to speed up the process. So make sure you get the cast iron extremely hot, and then place that burger in there. You don't need any oil. Like I said, this burger got 15% fat in it, so that's all the oil you need. We want to kind of cook it in its own juices. Waffle House usually season with salt, but it's more flavorful you season with seasoned salt. So I season with a little seasoned salt, and we're gonna let it go until it get kind of crusty. This burger, we're not cooking the temperature. We're cooking this thing all the way, but we want to develop some good color and flavor onto this burger. Look at that. You see how it's cooking in its own juices, and you look at the sides. That's what you want to see. You want to see that burger getting really good and delicious looking. So when we flip it, you're going to see all that amazing color that we was able to develop just by using this cast iron. So that's another secret. We didn't have a grill. We used a cast iron. So that's how we get our flavor. And look at all that crusty goodness. That's what you want. See all that crust right there? That's caramelization, which equals into flavor, because we already got those nice caramelized onions. So that's what you want. You want caramelization. So this whole thing is flavors on top of flavors. This burger right here, even though it's Waffle House inspired, you would never get nothing this good at Waffle House. Sorry about that, but just being honest. And then we're going to go on with some American cheese, because that's what they use at Waffle House, American cheese. And I think they use 2 slices, but, you know, I wanted to take it up a little bit further, and I used 3 slices. So we got some good, thick Texas toast, and I just placed it down on a cheese side because I want to get that side a little bit warm just to speed up the process on melting the cheese. And while I put the butter on the back side of the bread. So once we get that butter, spread it all on there. And you can use mayo butter, whatever you prefer. But I chose butter because that's the spread of my choice. And I'm letting it go down. And so that side is already, the bread is already kind of toasty. So when you put the cheese on there, it's going to automatically begin to start melting that cheese, which you want to see. Look at that little bubble right there. That means it's melting. So then we're going to go on with our burger patty. Look at that caramelization there, that crusty looking. Oh, man. Then we're going on with those onions. Look at those beautiful, delicious, golden brown, texture like sun. Amazing onions. So we're going on with those, and then we're going to put the top on that. Letting it go. So once you get to this point, we already there. Like, so the magic comes in this part here. So want to cut it along the bias, you know, want some good triangles, and we're gonna kind of shinkle them on top of each other. The big stack off, that's what we call it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. If you find something like this at Waffle House, I'll pay you. They ain't working like this. This is so amazing. Look at that steam off that bun. It's, oh man, it just looks so good and tasty. That's what you guys like to see. Thank you for checking out my video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Waffle House inspired patty melt. I'm out.